This one, they're not in the paper say woman you they crash on, then you hear say another man they handle. We wake up today where we hear say Serwaa Amihere they all over the news. Why in sex tape go leak? He them who are they say one Henry Fitz. Bro, it be serious matter. Where this Henry Fitz to come out say, no, how can you call me a blackmailer? Because that was Serwaa's accusation. Say the guy, he the uncommot. So this is the background, right? She actually confided in a blogger called Bempa. And this blogger, according to him, says that Serwaa told him she, Serwaa, and the guy have been going out since 2019 and they had a fallout. And since then, the guy has been facing some financial difficulties and all of that. So he then resorted to using those tapes they made out of love to then extort money from her. This was Serwaa's account to the blogger. And the man also came out to say, no, wow, how can you say this? You call me a blackmailer when I spend 2,500 on you daily. Well, we are about to get into all of this and how artists, celebrities, and people of big names in society can actually safeguard themselves from all of these things right here on Sauce and Pepper. Don't go anywhere. So if you look at the video, you can tell that
I've not watched the video.
Well, you haven't. Yes. For us who have watched it,
you know it is
anybody who circulates
so it's work. It came is in line of duty. It happened in the line of duty. Let me issue this disclaimer.
We have not watched it.
It happened in the line of duty because we want to give you a good reportage and bring the truth to you, and not perpetrate falsehood. So if you watch the video, but you haven't, if you in the video you can see Serwaa was at a happy place, and the interesting thing was someone said, see the it do for the last part, that one safe the wake up. But how
drawn into such things? I've not watched it, so I don't know any anywhere.
Granted.
Like I just need to.
Granted.
Okay.
How then do celebs and people of influence in society safeguard themselves against these things?
By the way, have you realized that around this time every year, Serwaa gets into one trouble or the other? It's like a seasonal thing, But like before the onset of the rainy season, there has to be a Serwaa scandal. So now that it has happened,
so the rains being consistent.
Anyway, so to your question, and this question is not even to celebrities alone, right? This is not about celebrities alone. Even though we realize that most of the time they are the ones who have a lot to lose when these things happen. And they are susceptible to these things. But basic answer is don't record at all. It's as simple as that. You know how the saying goes, a person who's your friend today can easily be your enemy tomorrow. So, and it goes for relationships, especially when you're younger, you start doing all kinds of useless things.
A quick one, you said don't record at all.
Yeah, don't record at all.
So if in analyzing the video, you see that it was Serwaa herself that was recording.
Yes.
So in a case where the victim is the person who recorded, what in that instance?
So don't record at all and don't allow anyone to record you.
Okay.
If someone records you unbeknownst to you, that's a crime. Even if when you record yourself, it's also a crime. But it's even worse when someone records without your consent. So they should know better. So yes, they should know better. And that's what I'm saying. For me, what I found a bit disheartening about it, first of all, the little bit of the video I've watched, it was about 26 seconds.
Yes.
It's not a big deal. Like, you don't see any act going on. It's only
but there were some kisses, and
I mean, people kiss on the streets, like people kiss in the open. So the fact that it's on bed, you see, that's the point. It doesn't make any sense. So kissing in bed now becomes a whole
and the position
scandal.
Too was a dangerous one.
So it's not. So you see, for me, that's the encouragement I get, that she can hold her head up high, go about her job, and then she should even care less, right? Maybe the whole scandal around it that worry her a bit, but the content of the video itself, like, she shouldn't be worried about it. If you compare it to what Tiwa Savage owned and all of that, you don't realize that this is really nothing.
Remember Tiwa's?
Yeah, because it was
Exactly why. So that was my so
no,
Yeah,
I'm saying
I
look,
just shoot yourself
that's
out.
the point. The point is, once it involves a celebrity, it becomes big news. Sometimes you can't even avoid it. Like sometimes you are scrolling on Twitter and it's there.
Yeah.
So then, in my estimation, the magnitude is not like what Tiwa went through, because Tiwa was also being blackmailed, and then she got ahead of the news. She actually even announced in an interview in the UK that something like that was going to happen, and so people should prepare for it. And she's not ready to keep paying the blackmailer, and then came out. It was actually bigger than estimated and all of that. She's moved on with her career and all of that, but it should be a lesson to everybody. I can see how a young lady, a young man somewhere right now who is not even on the path of what he or she is destined to be. So it's difficult to recognize yourself as someone who's going to blow up tomorrow, whose videos and photos and anything in association with you will become big news when they come up. If we all knew that, I think that would have ordered our steps when we are in our earlier years. But that's what disappoints me a bit about the Serwaa case, because this was 2019. In 2019, Serwaa was still Serwaa, or she was on the cusp of being whoever she is today. So you do not make such mistakes at all.
Mr. Koy, I'm going to come back to you on the issue of PR stand and whether they handled this situation very well. But say, he made mention of something that don't record at all. But this is a matter of love, and people feed off memories. They feed off like things that they share together in a certain moment. So they don't want it to be lost on them. They want it, recorded, saved.
I get it.
Yes.
I get the temptation to want to record when you are in a certain moment of happiness in your life. But
yes, and you both trust each other that this would not go anywhere. We'll keep it to ourselves.
Even married people should not even try that nonsense, because marriage has divorce.
The problem here is, what if at the moment you recorded, the next second someone stole your phone and hacks into your phone? You don't have control over it. So per the analogy, so you are taking it from the point to assume that the blogger side is true. But if you take it from the guy's side, he's also claiming that Serwaa has more of such videos on her phone, which she keeps in her car, locked up somewhere. So someone has probably hacked into that device without her knowing. Means if there is something she does, then there are more videos to be expected. Because my first thing I saw was a picture of her in her bra, and it says this particular picture has been sent to 3 politicians who are supposed to be solving the crisis of Ghana, but they are busy watching boobs. That's what I saw. That's a picture I saw.
Ghana is sweet too.
So if it is something that she does, or she used to do, it's possible.
Head on it. So
if it's something she used to, that's what I'm saying, allegedly. It's something that she used to do, or she used to that, and allegedly, per what the guy is saying, that she has a lot of such on her phone, then probably it's not the guy who even leaked it. Somebody else has access to such information. Me, I keep saying, I don't care.
Right.
Me, if someone leaks my nude video, I don't mind though. I'm only worried for my partner who will see it and be stressed that he's seeing his. Because seriously, what can you do? It's already out there. Like she has to face it head on and move on. It can't disrupt her day, because she can't go back to take it away. That is why you do not take. It's there forever.
The internet never.
Go and ask Kim Kardashian.
You do
when
not.
She thought that she was using her this as a springboard to a celebrity career. Now she has a celebrity career. She has everything. She wishes that
they actually pay. They actually pay. She actually pays to take it off the internet. There's a whole team that scouts
Wow.
Anytime the video is about to resurface, they pay for people to take it off.
Wow.
Especially because of her kids. She does not want her kids to see those videos. That's the problem with the
Don't
internet. Once
record
it's
at
out,
all.
you cannot. So yes, we agree that. That's what I'm saying, that do not record at all. But the temptation is there. If you want to keep a moment, after the thing, dress up and take a picture. You have the date. You saved it in your calendar. You alone know what happened before you took that picture.
Right.
Nobody else has to know what happened before you took that picture. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And you know how netizens are always fast to bring up your past tweets. So there's a past tweet from Serwaa in 2019 where she said, "Why do you take and send nude pictures to your partners?"
Coming from Serwaa herself.
Coming from Serwaa
Have you
herself.
seen her take
27
pictures sent to someone before?
27th
But what
November.
I am seeing now, you can tell she's taking it herself.
27th November 2019. Someone says, "You go do, sir. Somebody go lick your own pair."
Wow, only in Ghana.
Charlie, Ghana, I keep saying Ghana Twitter, don't write anything there.
Yes.
They will bring it back
The
in 10
receipts will
years'
always
time.
be there. The
Receipts will
internet never
always
forget.
show.
Now let's look at PR and then the how they've handled this whole situation.
Is it being handled? I don't think anybody's trying to handle it all. Because Serwaa herself hasn't said anything. Nobody close to her has said anything. So maybe they just want to ignore it and hope that
It dies out.
a natural death. Sometimes, you see, when there are other elements in your story that you don't have control over. So under it, they be like this blogger who has just come to throw all kinds of things into it. Tomorrow, someone else will see something. Then it's propelling and it's growing. So you cannot totally like wish it away. What should Serwaa say? I mean, she has two things. You can come and own up to it and say, look, she was naive and what foolish, and she wouldn't do that today. She would advise people not to do that. And then it goes. Or she just keeps quiet about it to go and then it will die a natural death. As I'm saying, her lack is that the content of the video I've seen is not so explicit to cause too much damage. It's the whole scandal around it and situation and content of things she's tweeted before and things she says. And there's just something about Serwaa that people just like to drag her at the least opportunity.
You know, I remember an episode where we say Serwaa can't catch break.
Everyone was saying because she's smart and then now she's becoming success. She's pretty and she's becoming success when people just hate that combination.
But you know the funny thing, yesterday she and somebody went on a banter on Twitter where someone said, "We know some of you are where you are because you slept with bosses," and then
the next day
no, but you with her response to the tweet, she used "dear," oh my dear, as if she's empathizing. Sorry you feel that way, but if you know a boss, then sleep with the boss and let's see how successful you become. Then she ended it with "Ofui."
Another level of savagery.
And then the following day, this happened.
Yeah, so that's
someone is clearly monitoring and saying,
that whole combination
waiting for your downfall. Waiting for you to mess up.
I don't know how. See, these people, me, if you ask me to come up with 1,001 positive things about Serwaa, I can. It wouldn't be that difficult. Same for Anamoah. But funny enough, you see, that's the thing about brands. Funny enough, these two brands divide opinion so much. I want to see where the source of it is coming from and why they rob people off sentimentally that way. Because if you look at Anamoah and you want to count the number of positives, it's quite a lot, you know. Even for Serwaa, from her story, from where she started, I hear she used to be on that Tales of the Powder
Room, and then she started with Bella Mundi,
and then
co-hosting,
and then moved up now being serious star. I hear she's even in the law school now and all of that. That's a positive story. Right. But funny enough, somehow they just end up robbed. I don't know, maybe it's a notion of pretty women, confident women who like to dress
who never gets
way.
Sometimes too, it could be attributed to the division of opinions, like how they contradict themselves sometimes.
I really side with Emmanuel with the whole part that a woman can't be successful without sleeping with a man, or a pretty woman can't be lavish without having a man supported. Because we saw this with even the EC head. Like when Charlotte was
Charlotte
saying today she has slept with a politician. Like women can't just, especially a pretty woman who takes care of herself and presents herself in a particular way, and it's always like that. So I really think the divided opinion is from there. People just don't want to believe that it is their own hard work that has sent them where they are.
So this video says what? Serwaa has sex. Yes, she does have sex. Move on. Finish. End of story.
I think that's your final take. But
I mean,
there's a lot onto it. When you go into it, there's a lot that will catch your attention. Like the whole fact that she was at the guy's wedding in that same 2019. So now people are trying to draw timeline. Hey, when was this video taken? Because was it before 2019 or after 2019 or 2016? We don't know. Then the guy claiming he was paying her 2,005 upkeep per day. Charlie, the guy is spoiling the market for the young man. Why are you doing this?
I agree.
That is why he got bankrupt.
From a young man.
2,500 a month. Why are you doing this? We don't like that.
If the Bempa thing is anything to go by what he's saying, then that's why he was truly on the trajectory of bankruptcy.
You can't do that.
That kind of nonsense.
Why are you giving someone 2,500?
I don't know any rich man in Ghana who would do that.
But like, Mr. Koz, I'm going to come to your final take. But you know, Serwaa is very influential in society, and for lack of better word, a role model sort of to a lot of young girls.
She is a role model. It's not a lack of a better word.
So a role model to a lot of young girls. Where does this leave these young girls who are looking?
That's why
then your final
when you are of age, you have sex.
See, that's what I'm saying. It does nothing.
Okay.
People.
The only lesson is
The only lesson is don't take a video of you having your intimate
from the mistakes of people you look up to.
So sessions with somebody. Do not take a video.
Exactly.
Nothing should convince you to take a video. Even taking a video to say I will delete it immediately. Don't do it, because we have seen so many times where people took the videos themselves to watch themselves, and they got into the hands of the wrong people. Or sometimes somebody actually record. If someone it's a third party that recorded them, then the whole conversation would have been different. Right. But if you do the picture or the videoing yourself and it gets into the hands of the wrong person, then you feel dumb, you feel stupid. Yeah. Because that wasn't the intention, right? But you would have committed a crime too at that point, because you are not supposed to take a video of your intimate session, either with the intention to share or even to keep. Please. That is the rules of the country. So please, whether she's a role model, everybody makes mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Everybody makes his mistakes. Right. It doesn't change any part of her celebrity for me. Seriously, even if they release a whole 2-hour video of Serwaa Amihere having sex, it is not a problem to me, because we all have sex.
Even useless people have sex. Look, the point is, if you have to take a video of yourself doing that, like you think too highly of yourself. You're not that good. Like the video, like you, please. It's not.
It's not that deep. Please don't take a video. Nobody wants to watch it unless you're a porn star that people pay to watch. Of course, that is a whole industry. There.
Exactly. And whilst you are home, don't forget, the internet never forgets. It always keeps your receipt. So don't record. Enjoy in peace. This has been Sauce and Pepper. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Whilst you are enjoying it, don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments.
And like the video.
And like the video as well.